Blaring Out Show.
This is Blaring Out with Eric Blair, and we're here at the premiere for Who That Rocks.
Yeah,
okay,
Cindy's book.
And we're here with Tommy Aldridge. And Tommy, you're actually in the book. Tell me about it.
Well, she phoned and said, would you happen to have a recipe? She told me, something about the book that a bunch of different musicians were contributing, and I said, well, I'm not very much of a cook, so I kind of just actually put one of my wife's recipes together for some soup, which is quite good actually.
On the food flyer for some of your famous concerts that you've done.
Oh, you'd be very surprised. Twizzlers, just massive amounts of junk food. Not really, not these days. I'm really boring guy, I eat a lot of fruit and stuff like that in the mornings, and just try to eat things that are going to perpetuate my lifestyle, rather than shorten it, So
nice.
Just really boring stuff. Very a lot of raw food, and it's not, the party machines that everybody thinks that we are,
What was it like touring with Ozzy Osbourne back in the day? What was that experience like?
What was it like? Well, Randy was there, so it brought some credibility to it. Back then, it was Ozzy was actually insane. I think it's a little it's a little less so right now. But back then, he was really living that. It was interesting. It was interesting.
Did you ever get caught up in the insanity?
Oh, every now and again. But trying to be a responsible musician, and maintain a modicum of, sanity was tough. But it was good. It was a lot of fun. But it was the real deal back then.
Yeah, it was. I agree. It was the real deal back then. How do you stay in shape? For playing drums and everything, because you're a very physical player, and a lot of times people have health problems over the years. Their bodies just get worn down. How do you keep it up?
Well, first, I'm very, very blessed. God has just very, very blessed me with some decent, decent carcass. I try to take care of it, and I do a lot of cycling. I do a lot of drumming, which is, the best thing for drumming is the exercise for drumming is drumming, and just very blessed mostly. I think very blessed. I don't smoke, and I'll have a beer, a glass of wine every now and again, but just try to take care of myself. Prioritize. As you get a bit older, it's very much like an athlete in this music genre because your lifespan is so short. Usually traditionally, and so I've tried to maximize it. Just by. I'm not really smart, so just by being blessed primarily and trying to pay attention.
Now, your wife, how long have you guys been married for?
We've been married a little over 2 years.
How do you like married life?
It's great.
It is.
It's great. Yeah.
I'm not there yet, but I can imagine.
Well, it beats roofing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's nice.
And how does it feel to be back with Whitesnake after all these years?
Well, it's great. We were out for most of last year, and it was really a blast. We were all over the continent. All over the world, actually. And we're going to start up again this summer, late, first of the summer. And we'll be out through the end of the year. So it's really exciting. We're getting a chance to really do it right this time. There were some unfortunate distractions last time, and we're able to do it, actually focus and do it right this time.
Well, I just want you to know that I think you're one of the greatest drummers that ever lived.
Well, God bless you. I fooled you too, huh?
No, come on. that solo on the tribute album is just amazing.
Which tribute album? I've done so many. No.
The Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, yeah, with Randy.
Rhoads.
Oh, thanks very much. I don't particularly remember that. I remember that night. Yeah, I didn't remember that night. Randy was miserable that night. He thought he played like a pig,
He could never do anything wrong.
He was just so entirely, totally gifted, really blessed. Just like God anointed him, and said, this is what you're going to do, and you're going to do it, And that's what he did. And he was very unhappy with that night show. We all were. It was kind of, I haven't really listened to it. I have to go back and listen to it, and check it out.
And then also, we have a bootleg of a show you did in New York. It's actually a first generation. You did some kind of show on, I think it was on the Blizzard of Oz tour, in studio.
Yeah, I remember that. That was supposed to be, we weren't supposed to play live. We were just going to sync or something. We were always like 7 o'clock in the morning, and somebody drug us out of bed, and no one, and they ended up recording it live or something, and it was, we didn't know it was going to be anything. Now that seems to be about the only footage of Randy.
Exactly.
It's very strange.
I love the bass and the drums. You can totally, you guys are in the pocket, and
really?
Randy's hitting every note.
I can believe Randy would be hitting every note. It's hard for me to believe that Rudy and I were in the pocket, but it was like 7:30 in the morning, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, Tommy, it's been great talking to you. God bless you, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Eric Blair with Tommy Aldridge signing off.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Thanks, bro.
God bless, man.
You too.
The Blaring Out Show.